Hello there, this is Marcio Gali, and this is yet another episode of Coding with Agents, or the longer version, Culture Coding with Agents. All right, so throughout the sessions, what we have is our reflections from the routine of a builder and developer that is recycling himself because now we can code with agents. So it's a hybrid world where people and tools and are building things together. And it seems like things are not really changing because tools also speak to some extent, right? Like a hammer carries on a kind of a manual there, right? By the interface, if not by some documentation. And now these agents, we expect certain follow-up actions when we're interacting with them, right? I don't know, maybe with a hammer, you expect something to happen. With agents, is not different. But I do understand that in the agentic model, we have maybe multiple steps happening, right? All right. And we know that because when we code culture, right, we kind of encode through writing, through communication, and then we learn how to do the same things again and again and again. To some extent, we become robots or agents, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the so that's it, right? That's it. That's whoops. That's the reflection here today. But generally, I am working something, and there are new. Nevertheless, there are new things going on, or the same things in a different way, right? Okay, so let me show you this. There is this screen now. Okay, what is that? It's when you are about to purchase something. This is actually inspired in a case from LinkedIn network. Okay, so I was about to renew or actually accept the offer. When you get the offer there, and then in 30 days, you get a reminder. Well, you don't get the reminder, right? In 30 days, you can cancel without the auto billing cycle starting, right? All right, so that's it. And I was so I caught myself in front of that kind of screen in the browser, right? And the screen it's like this one, but this is not the real screen, right? Check it out. This You see the logo there? It you know that was the social network logo, so it's blur right now, right? And the credit card brand, it's also blur. And you see the tax ID, right there, that's not blur. So here's a point that I'm making. uh, this interface, because I wanted to show you this interface and to talk about a situation where I'm using agents to help me out. I first, right, I need the interface to show you, but I didn't want to use the real interface from the social network like LinkedIn. I wanted another interface because I also didn't want to show my credit card and my social Brazilian social security thing, right? So, so there are two things going on here, right? I needed a screenshot that is different, and I could create this artificial screen that looks like the social network billing screen using an agent. That's one point. And so the case is, I wanted to show you that. So I I I I needed the help from the agent to do that screen, right? Because what I want to tell you is that I I gave to, in 30 days, I want to be reminded. I don't want to pay in this case. I just want to test, right? And so then this is the session that I had, right, with the ChatGPT today. And it's the first day that actually, yesterday, I came across this kind of interface saying, do you allow desktop notifications? Right. So then, yesterday, I didn't want that. But today, I wanted to leave the use case. Actually, I'm going to put in my calendar, but I wanted to leave this use case, right, to go through this. And it's basically what I said is, do you think I can put a reminder there for me? Do you think you can put a reminder there for me regarding canceling this LinkedIn thing? I'll pass the data, right? So I passed the data from where? Well, I passed, I did copy and paste from this section here, okay? Right? From the actual browser screen. So that's the use case there, right? It's like, take something from the browser screen and you tell your agent, your companion agent, you say, hey, can you put in my calendar to remind me, right? In 30 days, in 29 days from now, that's something, right, that I'm uh, calling our attention here to talk about, to consider. So that's very nice, right? It's beautiful. We we're getting there, right? We're getting there because see. So I'm going to use this time here then and say, see, cancel LinkedIn subscription. And by the way, I'm not recommending to cancel LinkedIn at all. Right? I have nothing against LinkedIn. I really want to auto cancel, and then I want to think if I want to pay. That's what I want to do in this case, right? So I'm gonna allow there, but I know that in my case I'll need to put in my calendar. Okay, actually, yes. Hey, could you give me another reminder for tomorrow because I want to put in my calendar the above reminder. Yeah, and no, I'm using Whisper Flow, and it's great. I really enjoy Whisper Flow. But then I'm recording the screen, right? And using Whisper Flow, and there are two different applications using the microphone, so it's causing me trouble. I'm trying to to send this feedback to Whisper Flow folks. Anyway, hey, could you give me another reminder for tomorrow because I want to put in my calendar the above reminder, right? Okay. So let us hope the GPT knows which day is today. So this thing about time, right? We need to talk about that one other day. The idea of time, because in some agent systems, time doesn't exist, and but we need to invent time, right? There, because without time, and maybe we will need to invent scarcity of resources like energy. Yes. So tomorrow, so now it understands time, I guess. Anyway, all right. But that's something for us to pay attention there, an actual notion of time. Uh, so that's good. I made that point to you, to us. Now back to the screen. It is implied here that also when I needed to tell you about the screen and I didn't want to use that other screen from the real network, I also could use codecs 5.1, GPT, etc., to create this screen for me. And the way that I did this is sending a screenshot of the real screenshot that I'm not showing you because of the real data. But that was the input that I gave to, you see there on the right hand corner, right? I have there, in that directory, I just paste an example now, something. You get an idea. Could you make an HTML slide for me there with image like that, right? Please blur something. Now, because I did that before, I really wanted to show you, and I will make another example that doesn't bring sensitive data, so we can take a print and make that a page. That's like totally. Uh, it's very simple case. Everybody's using, I guess. I don't know, but it's amazing. Print from print to UI. It's really interesting, especially when you're making artificial elements of UI. All right, but then I because I can't go back in time, but I can show you a little update there. Very interesting because see the right my the social security there, right, it didn't get the blur, and you know it's a missing piece. That, by the way, I changed the number, but so let us update that, right? So I okay, let me see if I am in the proper place. Yes. Okay. Now I see that we missed adding blur effect to one element there, which is my, the Brazilian CPF Social Security thing. Could you put blur there for us as well? Send, right? So this is a case for tweaking user interface elements, right? Adding blur class to CPF tax ID. Okay. Now we reload this. Yes, you see, on the left hand side, we have the blur there, right? That's it. I think we should end this session right now. Thank you very much.